Hi everyone, my name is Miriam and I'm from McBead Creations in Ottawa, Canada. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a beaded bridal comb. This could be also for prom, this could be for simply a costume or your own hair design. So first we need a comb. You can use a plastic or metal comb, anything you have around the house, even a barrette, but this is going to show you the basics on how to embellish it with beads. So today we're going to be using a metal comb, simply because that's the one I chose to use. We're also going to be using some beads, imagine that. We're going to be using size 6 check seed beads, some check fire polished. These particularly are the Labrador half coat, so they're sort of half silver, half clear. Then we also have a fire polished teardrop bead. This one is I think 7 by 10 millimeter, that's right, 7 by 10 millimeter, and they have a vertical hole, which means that the hole of the bead actually goes up and down. All right, they are faceted, so you see lots of sparkle. And then we also have here these clear pressed glass teardrops that have a top hole or a horizontal hole. They have been drilled sort of ear to ear, as it were. So this tutorial will show you how to use wire to wrap both of those in and integrate them into this comb in the best way possible. We are going to be using 24 gauge wire. You can use 22 or 26. However, I find 24 is the middle of the road and it's flexible yet strong. We're going to start with manageable length. So that would be in this case about 1 meter or 3 feet. That means fewer ends to have to contend with, so in that case we don't have so many pieces to tuck in. So I'm using artistic wire, 24 gauge, silver plated, non-tarnish, and I'm going to take, as I said, 1 meter, so that's, if you really want to be precise, 3 feet 3 inches, however 3.5 inches, however a yard, or from your fingertip to your shoulder, something like that is fine. So what I'd like to do is start, because I'm going to be adding on and making little pieces that stick up as well, so it's going to be not only beaded across but beaded up, sort of like a tiara. I'd like to start in the middle. This is a great tutorial to follow if you are making a tiara, because it will show you the three-dimensional effects of beading onto a piece of metal like this. So we're going to start with one of the fire polished glass beads. We're going to feed it to about halfway down, so halfway mark, and I'm going to position it slightly diagonal on the comb in the middle, and I'm going to wrap through the teeth like so, and through the same teeth again. That secures the wire that fire polished is on. Now I'm going to take the other end of the wire and go through the second or the next set of teeth, that being side by side, and I'm going to go under again. Now I'm actually ready. If I want to bead right-handed, I'm going to feed on another crystal or another fire polished round. You can use pearls, you could use plastic, you could use anything your heart desires. You could use Swarovski crystal, which we sell here at McBead Creations. Again, we're going to go through the next set of teeth twice, one to secure it and one to really bolster it. Now we're ready to feed on a third bead. Pardon my shaky hands. Once again, we're going to lay it diagonally and go through the 2 teeth, and that's nice and secure. These beads will move a bit, beads do. If you want them super secure, well, get out your welding torch, because it's not going to happen with wire. Wire is secure, but it is not like soldering into a crown. It's not going to be as secure as you know, car parts. So here we are. We're going to go in between the second and third last prong of that comb. So you see how it's all secure like this. We're going to add on one more glass bead. And we're going to secure it between the first and second prongs like that. Now, they're nice and secure, really actually, amazingly enough. They're not really moving too much, but they can be adjusted if, you know, on the wedding day, the morning of, that kind of thing, it can be tweaked. But really they are secure. They're not floppy. That's the point. You don't want it to be floppy. So then what you would do is to add on the rest of the beads. You're going to want to take the left side of the thread and repeat, this time towards your left. So again, it's been wrapped under, so this time we're going to wrap with the flow of the wire. So in between those teeth, and again through the same teeth, and just adjust and secure. Pull, pull, pull. There we go. So let's imagine that we've finished the left side. We're going to now add on to the right side. What I'm going to do is take my wire and just wrap in between those two fire polish there, and I'm going to add on a twisted teardrop that sort of sits up there. And when I say twisted teardrop, I mean wire that's been twisted on a teardrop. So I feed on one of my teardrops, and let's imagine I want it to sit about an inch above. I'm going to bend my wire against the teardrop and twist. How many times do I want to twist? Maybe 2, maybe 3 times, no more than that. Really, really close to the teardrop. That secures it. I can twist, you know, 2 or 3 more times gently, just so that there's a slightly finer, more gradual twist to it. And I can go under, oops, not under, over my fire polished again. So that means it's sort of straddling it, sort of like riding a horse. And we can go in between, oops, and up again, just like this, and ready for another one. Well, let's try it with a horizontally drilled bead. Go through. What if I want it to be a little bit less high, a little bit shorter than the teardrop here? Again, I pinch it and I hold firm and twist. You see how that twisting is coming along? That is great. Now I straddle it again and over the fire polished in between them, sort of like flossing teeth. And we're going to come up for another one. Now, what if we want little cherry blossoms or rosebuds? We have our seed beads, our check seed beads. Now these are size 6 check seed beads, but that's not to say they can't be useful. They don't have to be a Swarovski crystal to be beautiful on a tiara or wired comb. I'm going to put them as a cluster of 3. So I'm going to treat 3 beads like 1 bead and twist them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 turns is good. It's not quite the way I wanted it to be, so I'm going to pinch tighter so that they sit like a rosebud. There we go. And again, straddling those crystals, going under and over. So how does that look? They are really secure. I'm hitting them quite forcefully, and they're not just flopping down. That's the benefit of using the 24 gauge contrary to a 26 or 28. 26 is quite soft. 28 is beyond soft. It is, it's not something I would use in this case, but if you want it to sit up, now imagine that's what it's going to look like face on. If you don't like seeing that wire, all you're going to do is wire wrap little beads in front to kind of give it an edging trim. But right now, all that functional wire is there because it needs to secure the beads. That is unavoidable. Perhaps you can do fewer wraps than I did. That's great. If your wraps are tighter than mine, please go right ahead, use fewer wraps of wire. However, you can easily cover that up with maybe a 26 wire just to kind of whip stitch some beads across. But in the meantime, this is going to make your beads stand up straight and look absolutely lovely the day of your wedding, prom, or hey, if you just want to look like a princess making some cookies or doing your dishes. So thank you so much for watching and have a great day.